And Ty Law joins us on the Harbor One hotline this morning. Hey, Ty.
Good morning, Greg. How y'all doing?
How are you?
I'm just having my coffee, smoking my hookah, doing all right.
Where do you find yourself this morning? Are you in the New England region or are you traveling somewhere?
Yes, no, I'm in the New England region. I just got back yesterday. Have to go to Connecticut today to do a presentation about Corvus, and then I got a signing at the Bookers in Raynham tonight. So
Okay.
I'm out here working, guys.
All right. Well, getting a little extra work yesterday, apparently it was Bailey Zappi and Malik Cunningham and not Mac Jones, at least while the media was there. What does that say to you? Is that Bill playing checkers, as Courtney would say, and Mac's going to be the starter on Sunday, or do you think he's going to give Bailey Zappi a go at it?
I think he's going to give Bailey Zappi a go that lets us know that Mac Jones, you are fired. That's what that's telling us first and foremost. But hey, you never know if you go out there and get a bad performance by another quarterback, which that's not what anyone wants. But I think this is the end of the line for Mac Jones, especially if he's not getting any reps. And if they play half decent, he's not going to see the field for the rest of the year. And I don't know what type of message that'll be sending to bring him back, next year. So this is the end of the road for Mac Jones. And, I stand corrected on everything that I was saying throughout the season, but I have a right to change my damn mind.
Yeah, no, me too. I could not have been more wrong about Mac Jones. I think it's less about, unfortunately, I mean, I guess I'll stand on this hill for a while. I think it's less about the physical with him and way more about the mental. Like there was an argument earlier on the show about whether Bill ruined him or not mentally. I don't know, Ty. Wiggy was talking about you're an NFL player. You can't be ruined mentally.
Facts.
But maybe today's player can. What?
Yes, man. Come on. You cannot let another man ruin you and your profession. You've known Bill Belichick for what, 3-4 years now? I mean, how could you let one man deter you away from your dream that you worked so hard for? There's no way in hell I will ever let a coach tell me that I'm not, or let him make me think less than what I feel for myself. So I don't buy that. That was weak before you was weak before you even got in the locker room. If that's the case, well, you know what I mean. You never let a coach or a player bring you down or tear you down like that. Well, that's crazy. We grown ass men.
Well, what happened to him then? I mean, I don't think he wasn't weak at Alabama. I don't think. I mean,
no adversity at Alabama.
Well, and he was also a little bit of a head case, though. They did talk about the fact that Nick Saban could look at Mac and know if the play went well or horribly with how Mac reacted. So he was reactive there as well, getting into his own head.
Plus, there's no adversity.
Terrible poker player.
Yeah. But it's Alabama, Ty. You know that. I mean, there's no adversity.
Yeah,
they don't lose,
and they don't lose, and you got talent across the board.
Right.
Too. I mean, you probably, when the last time we seen a great, Alabama quarterback? I'm talking about they had all the hype and how many of them were actually great?
Well, I mean,
you think about it, they have talent across the board.
Tua's pretty good.
Yeah, Tua's pretty good, but I'm talking about prior to that with Nick Saban's run, they had all these great players, Heisman Trophy winners on that. Tell me the quarterback that rolled some hell in the NFL.
And also college, like if you're a great player in college, it don't mean that that's going to transition to the NFL, because guess what?
Facts.
You are now playing against great players week in and week out. So how do you deal with that adversity? Like if you're Ty and you're a corner, yeah, you play against Ohio State and some good teams in college, but when you get to the NFL, it's Marvin Harrison, it's Derek Mason. It's week in and week out. And if mentally you're not strong enough to bounce back, then you're going to fall to the wayside. And that's what we're seeing with Mac. And now it's week in and week out.
Right, and because it's not just about what you have physically. You're going to be challenged. You're getting paid now. They're getting paid now in college. Some of them getting paid more than the pros, if you're the top dog. But, it's a different type of pressure. This is your job now. It's still a game, but this is your job. Someone's always trying to get your job. There's criticisms that come with it when you're getting paid a lot of money to go out there and perform. When you got fans, you got you got Vegas up there. Man, it's just a totally different ball game when you get to the NFL. But again, you don't let one man tear you down to where you can't play football no more. You look like possibly losing your job or maybe out the NFL at some point. You never let a man do that, period.
But Ty, if he came into the league, feeling a little mentally unstable, why would Bill continue to put him in these positions where he's going to get torn down? Because Bill won't commit to him as the starting quarterback. That short period where you have media being able to observe practice, he has him as the third string. None of these will help him be better mentally, correct?
Yeah, hey, man, Coco, I'm trying to tell you, if you can't go out there and handle it, he is testing your manhood. And when another man tests your manhood, you got to go out there and do something about it. If you let this get to you, go out there and perform better. I don't understand it because quarterback is a mental position. So a lot of this might be to say, hey, let me check and see if this is really our guy. Sometimes you got to do that. You can't sit there and give him no pass. You are in the NFL. You was taken in the first round. You got to make something happen. You have to sometimes do more with less. Even though I always said that if he has some talent around him, he might be a better quarterback. But no one is saying that he's anything close to a Tom Brady or anything like that. And I think he has that pressure in himself, just being a quarterback for the New England Patriots. But the fact that you got benched like 4 times now this season, I think Bill Belichick was putting you back out there to see if you can recover and bounce back because that's what quarterbacks do. Quarterbacks sometimes go out there and throw 3 or 4 interceptions. Hell, Tom Brady's done it before. But did he come back? Did it happen again? No. It keeps coming back with Mac. So that he gave him every opportunity in the world to prove himself worthy, and he hasn't done that.
Is putting Bailey Zappi in the mix? Wiggy sort of suggested this earlier. I don't buy it, but is putting him into the mix, is starting Bailey Zappi enough when it comes to this team performing better? I mean, you have the same roster, you have the same issues when it comes to the offense.
New energy.
Okay, how much? I'm asking Ty Law, how much legitimate new energy can help this football team if that's what you get from Bailey Zappi?
It's probably like, instead of getting a coffee in the morning, stopping by a convenience store and get a Red Bull. A little different caffeine. A little bit different. It might give people around you because they might be some tension and frustration with Mac Jones. So it might give the other guys say, he's not as experienced, and they might say, we got to protect him better. Hey, let's play. Sometimes it's like, let's play well so we don't got to deal with that other mess. You know what I mean? So that might be a shot in the arm that they need, but it's not going to solve, the problem over time.
No, but
Bailey Zappi is what he is. But I think that might give you a little shot in the arm, just like, we got a little shot in the arm when Drew went down, even though it was unfortunate. But at the same time, we all knew we had to step up our game, because we didn't know what to expect from the GOAT Tom Brady at that time. So guess what? It gave us a shot in the arm, a new kind of energy, because we knew we had to step up. It might be the same thing to them. They know they got to step up because their starting quarterback is down. He ain't playing very well. We had a little bit of momentum with him last year. Let's see if we can do it again. Let's see if this is the problem. So I think it's a good thing.
And see, I don't think it's going to change drastic outcomes, but it might get you to win a game or two because the energy is different. And that's kind of what I was saying by putting Zappi in the game, is that you might win a game or two just based off a whole new energy.
Right. And that's what I was saying. You're going to have a different energy because you have a new quarterback. There's a certain bit of unknown. There's a whole lot of tension going on around there. So they're going to go out there and try to protect him, of course, and play a little bit better. But I think within the locker room, when you see it, how many guys go up to Mac Jones, after and console him or whatever? You might have a guy here or there, but you can see as time went on, they was getting tired of that shit. They said, I ain't even going to give you that and say next time. I ain't even going to give you that no more. I'm tired. I'm going to sit over here.
There's the S-bomb.
All right.
We got that in, $100 in the swear jar from Ty Law. So when you see Mac Jones on Sunday and he's sitting there on the bench by himself, pouting, lip trembling, that says to you that the other guys are kind of done with him.
Absolutely, because normally, hey, Wiggy, if you drop the ball or, miss this tackle and this and that, and you hard on yourself because they know you're going to come back, but you got your boys. They got to come, hey, it's all right, man. Hey, next play, next play. You're tired of saying next play. You get tired at some point. Come on, man.
Yeah, and that's
why I look at it.
And that's the biggest thing. I mean, Ty's been in locker rooms like that. I've been in and I kind of saw this in the beginning, Ty, where I know the defense was getting tired of it. And they had some defensive players. I can't remember if it was Jabril Peppers who said, like, we damn near have to be perfect to win football games. So if the defense is feeling that way, even if I'm not the guy as an offensive player who's creating that problem, I start to, like, feel guilty and going, damn, I know they looking at us funny over there because they feel like they got to be damn near perfect in order for us to have a chance to win football games.
Absolutely. And then that starts, tearing the team apart from the inside out, because when as a defense, if you can't count on the offense and vice versa, if the offense can't count on the defense to hold nobody, it just gets frustrating. You want to, you root for your guys. Of course, you're on the same team. You're competing every week in practice to get better. But at some point, this is our job, and we all have an ultimate goal, is to be competitive, get to the playoffs first, and then have a chance in a new season to get, hopefully play for a championship, and go to the Super Bowl. But when you have something that you can't count on as a defense, man, it spreads like wildfire. Because you might be cool with somebody on offense, what I mean? And they're going to sit there and it's going to get ugly, bro.
I think you're talking about Adrian Phillips, maybe, who went up there Sunday and said we held him to 10, but essentially that's not good enough.
That's not good enough.
To hold him to 0.
Yeah, and Ty's right. I've been on the offense side of the football where it's like, damn, every possession we got to score touchdowns because our defense can't stop a nosebleed. And you start to get frustrated with those guys over there. And Ty's right. You might have some of your boys over there, and it's like he starts to feel a certain way because he knows their side of the ball can't hold up. And I think you're seeing that. And now if you have a guy on the quarterback who can't do it, you as a player are starting to look like, man, this dude can't get it done.
Ty, before you go, do you think Mac Jones ends up being a starter again in the NFL?
You know what? I don't never say never, but it's going to be a situation where he will get his opportunity if something unfortunate, happens. I don't think anybody's going to bring him in as a contending starter, even on his new team. He's going to go in as a backup. I still think he's a viable backup, and he may be that, a better player, not having the pressure and coming off the bench to save the day. Just like in basketball, some guys is just not starters, but they're a hell of a six man. That's what Mac Jones may be, but I don't see him getting a starting job right away. But hey, we've seen people bounce back. Look at him in Seattle. He was a backup for years, and then he got his opportunities. Geno Smith. So I mean, you can never say never, and Mac Jones might be in one of those type situations.
All right, you're on record. Should we, when we do pick 6 tomorrow, should we take the Pats over the Chargers?
Now. I wouldn't look. I am not betting because Herbert. To be honest with you, man, the guy he's stinking up the joint too. The San Diego Chargers, they stinking up the joint, but they do throw the ball a lot. The secondary has not played great. They leave a lot of holes out there, so I would not bet on this. What's the spread? Let me put it down.
5.5.
For who?
The Chargers are favored by 5.5, so the Patriots are getting 5.5 points.
You know what? I take that one because they. I mean, come on, let's be honest. I mean, they both are stinking up the joint right now.
Okay.
It's like,
right.
yeah. I'll take that one.
Okay,
I'll take that bet.
All right, Ty. We will talk to you again on Tuesday. Thank you.
Okay, I appreciate it. Hey, can I say something real quick?
Of course.
Because it's Thursday, and I got to tell you what I'm doing. I appreciate this little drop. MJ O'Connor's on the book is tonight, y'all. On at Raynham, come in there at 5:00.
Right.
We going my signings are experience. We ain't talking about just signing bottles. We drinking. I got the boom box. It's a damn experience. I'm trying to tell you. Whoever been to one of my signings, y'all got to come. MJ O'Connor's on Saturday. The Big Blue Big Ten Championship. We hosting that with Corvus Vodka. We doing the harp on Sunday before the game, and then on Monday we in O'Brien's in Newport. for Monday Night Football. Everything featuring Corvus. So come on out, y'all, man. Mark that down. I'll see y'all. Let's
All
roll.
right.
Ty, I need to ask a question that a lot of people are texting in, twitching in about. Is there going to be a Corvus Vodka website? People are looking for a website.
Yes, actually, it is up. I think we just went live with everything now. So just go to corvusvodka.com. If something is wrong, send back in because we just went live. So corvusvodka.com.
Did Jackson make it for you?
So we getting there, y'all. But follow me on the IG, Corvus IG, man. I appreciate y'all letting me do that drop.
All right, Ty. We'll talk to you again, and we'll be right back.